bet you can. We're the best darn shots there ever was. I'm the best darn shots there ever was. I'm the best darn shot there ever was. I bet you ain't. I bet you I is. I don't believe you're half the shot you claim to be. Well, I don't think you could shoot this here bottle off the top of my head.
Hold on, buddy. I need something to get me steady. Oh. Hey, City Slicker. I require your assistance. Come here. Hold my alcohol. I'm gonna need that later. Okay. Hold on a minute, Jake. There's 3 of you. Which one am I supposed to shoot?
Greatest shot ever, my foot. Everybody knows you're supposed to shoot the one in the middle.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. All right, here goes. Oh, goodness. Oh, shoot. No, that works for it. Okay. I told you I'm the best shot ever. Woo! I told you.
I'm the best darn shot there ever was.
I'm the best darn shot there ever was. I'm the best darn shot there ever was.
I bet you ain't.
I bet you I is.
Okay, Hank. I admit that was some right smart shooting. But I don't plan on crowning king of the marksman till I've had a chance to master a shot.
I reckon that's fair, partner. Let her rip. Not Jay. You lost your gun, Hubert. Alright, anyway, like I was saying, I may be crazy, and I may be drunk, but I ain't so incapacitated as getting in a shooting match with a fella with fancy underpants.
Well, I can't argue with that, but it ain't my fault, Hank. I bought them bright red underwear last fall, and when I washed them this spring, they turned pink. You'll give me another chance, won't you?
Yeah, I suppose I will. But didn't anybody ever tell you when you're washing your laundry, you can't use bleach and you gotta use cold water? Idiot. Nah, I reckon I will give you another shot when you buy new underwear. Come on, buddy, I'll buy you a drink.
Oh, we're the best darn pals there ever was. We're the best darn pals there ever was. As for the best darn shot there ever was, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see.
party started. Whoa, Hillel Jorgensen. Stop that right now, young man. Don't you remember about our rules for dances? Look here, rule number 6. Swinging with one arm around the lady's waist shall not be permitted. And rule number 7. To swing more than twice, under any circumstances, shall be considered disorderly. And if persisted in, the offender may be requested to retire. And if necessary, may be ejected for force. So we won't have any more trouble with you, will we?
Well, Bishop, I heard you were kicked out of the church for breaking dance rules, so I didn't think we had to follow those anymore.
Oh, let's get our facts straight. Yeah, I was banned from church dances, all right. Actually, I was excommunicated for beating up Lorenzo Snow.
Holy cow, you give an apostle? No wonder you're ex. What did you do that for?
Well, I don't really like to talk about it. You see, but if it will help you young folks to know that the things we do have consequences, maybe you won't make some of the same mistakes I did, I'll tell you a little bit about it. You see, I was hired to herd cattle for the church one winter. When it came time to be paid, he told me he didn't have the money. And I couldn't wait for his convenience, so I knocked him down, took his wallet, what money he had, and honestly, it was the worst mistake I've ever made. It took me 6 years to humble myself enough to get rebaptized.
Was that before or after your missions to the Indians?
Well, I've been going on missions to the Lamanites since I was 15, so I suppose it was before some and after others.
It's just the gospel to the Indians. They don't care about such things. They're just savages.
Well, I hate to hear you call them savages. You know, in many ways they're not so different from us. They just want to protect their families and their freedoms like we would. Actually, in many ways they're better than the whites. At least they're worried about their relationship with the Great Spirit.
Well, Bishop, were you ever scared?
Well, I've been scared all right, but my faith got me through. You know, actually, I think the hardest part about teaching the Lamanites was knowing what to name them.
Why was it so hard to know what to name them? Why didn't you just use their own names?
Well, here's the deal. Some of their names aren't fit to be spoken in church. So, when it came time to baptize them and record their names, I had to have a better solution. So, I came up with one. I started naming them after my own children. So, you may run into some Lamanites with names like Silas or Adelaide or Catherine. Well, good enough of this. You didn't come here to hear an old timer tell tales. Let's get on with our dance. Whoa, Lula Bell. Hold it right now. Rule number 3. We will not practice waltzes or other round dances in our assemblies.
Okay. Sorry, Bishop.
Looks like the chickens have found the coop. And it don't look like they're going to roost anytime soon.
Oh, no. What have I done? Didn't you folks know this fella?
No.
Well, I guess this is all my fault. I better take care of him until he gets better. Will you boys help me carry him to my pa's house?
Wait a minute, Lula Bell. What did your father say? You bringing home a stranger like this?
My pa raised me to help out a person in need. Especially when it's my fault he's in need. I'd hate to think what my pa would say if I didn't help him out.
Well, I suppose you're right. In many ways, he's like the poor fellow who was on the road to Jericho and fell among thieves. And we don't need to be like the priests and Levites that left him on the road for dead. We could be a little bit more like the Good Samaritan, couldn't we? Yeah, you boys help take him over to the Johnson house.
Lulabelle Johnson. I bumped into you at the dance, and you were knocked out for a while. And since I injured you, I figured it was my responsibility to take care of you till you got better. Some of the boys from the dance brought you over to my folks' house, and here we are. Did I answer all your questions?
I guess so. Now, that brings up a whole lot more.
Well, first, I have a few questions. Who are you? Where are you from? And what are you doing in Montpelier?
My name is Phineas Periwinkle. I'm the newspaper man back east. I found reporting in the latest debutante ball, whether a bowler or derby hat to be more fashionable to be not inspiring. So put a map on a wall and threw a dart and landed on Montpelier, Idaho. Can you imagine my excitement when I heard there's not a newspaper in this town? I'm going to start one to run it the way I want.
Well, you're shooting for the stars, aren't you? What would you call your newspaper?
I'm not sure yet. I need to do something that will want to make the readers want to read it. But I also need to explain my purpose.
Well, what's your purpose?
My purpose is to tell the news and examine the effects on the lives of people. Now, if it only could come up with a really good name.
Tells the news and examines the effect. How about the News Examiner?
Well, it does explain my purpose, but it doesn't have the catchy sound readers will want. No, I don't think News Examiner will ever work. It is of no consequence. I only write the newspaper to pay the bills while I pursue my true dream.
Oh, what's your dream?
I'd love to write poetry. I want to do it full time.
Poetry. None of the guys around here write poetry. I'd love to hear some of your work.
I don't think there's anything. It'd be really hard to read you one.
Please, I'd love to hear anything you have.
Let me see. Okay. The red rose whispers of passion, and the white rose breathes of love. Oh, the red rose is a falcon, and the white rose is a dove. But I'll send you a cream bright rosebud with a flush on its petal tips. For the love that's purest and sweetest, as a kiss of desire on the lips.
Oh my goodness. People always tell me I tend to get too carried away, and I guess they know what they're talking about. I'm sorry.
No apology is needed. It's actually me who needs to apologize to you. That wasn't my poem. It was written by John Boyle O'Reilly. But it was the first one that came to my head. I'm really sorry for misleading you.
That's all right. Just hearing those beautiful words melted my heart. Well, looks like it's getting late, and you better be on your way. You do have a place to stay, don't you?
Yes, I'm staying at the Burgoyne Hotel.
Well, great. We'll see you at church tomorrow, then.
Yes, what's the Presbyterian church here in town?
You mean you're not Mormon?
No, of course not.
Oh, no. You seem like a very nice gentleman, the kind of boy I dreamed about. And now you're here in our settlement, and my heart is turning inside out. You see, the Lord has given clear instructions to wed only those of our faith. And as you have stated, you're not a woman. For folks like you, there is a place.
Do you mean...
No. Didn't you see the fence on 8th Street? Mormons stay on the east side and Gentiles stay on the west. That's just the way it is. I can't see you anymore. Good night.
Lulabelle Johnson, I like you, and I think you like me. I'm not prepared to give up that easily. I'm going to wait here every night by the fence until I see you again, and I won't. I'll keep on coming back until I do.